All right, I am taking you behind the scenes today to show you, this is sort of the second half of my art studio reorg. I get a lot of questions about how do you store your art supplies, and I thought it would be cool to show you. First of all, welcome to my studio. I moved into this house in 2013, and after having my art section completely take over the entire half of my last house in a huge section between my dining room and living room, I took over the whole thing, but we had an open floor plan. My husband said, next house, I don't care where you go, you need a door, my friend. You are a hot mess express. So we moved into a new house in 2013. I'm in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. My husband was like, oh, there's the guest bedroom. Just take it and go and shut your door. So this room is a guest bedroom. It's about 15, I want to say it's like 15 by 16. So it's a pretty good size. And it's been through many iterations over the years. And this is my latest setup. So my in-laws actually made me this custom huge table. So I actually used to teach in person. I taught kids and adults in here privately, as well as small group parties. So I needed a really big table. So they hooked me up with that. And that table, I think, is about 7 feet by maybe 3.5 feet. So it's a very good size. And of course, I'm such a space hog. My husband calls it urban sprawl. I take over the entire thing. So that has been, actually it's never been in the spot where it is now. It's been in the center of the room before, like fully centered, and then my students would be sitting all around it. It's been facing this way, so as you walk in the door, you go this way for a while, then I had it against this wall for a time, and now this is the first time I have it against this wall. So I'm always trying to maximize the use of the space and all the things. So today I got a new carpet. So we have hardwoods in here, and I used to put carpet down because I wanted to protect the floors, but actually I found out that the more important use of the carpet is actually for sound. Since 100% of my art school that I own and operate, and all 4 of my YouTube channels are all on video, sound is incredibly important, having good audio. So when you don't have any carpeting down, you get this real echoey effect and it sounds terrible. So I've done 2 things to kind of mitigate that. One is I just recently purchased these super cool, these are acoustic panels, and I love them because while more expensive, you can actually buy them in super fun colors, and I have some against this wall as well. So today I'm gonna be unrolling a new carpet. I went to look for carpets. I looked for, I'm not joking, 1 minute, and I saw one, it had the same color, bright colors as those acoustic panels, and it was, the name of it was Watercolor, and I was like, oh my God, that's my carpet, and I just bought it on the spot. So I've not yet unrolled it, so I'm gonna be doing that today. I also have, I struggle a lot with marker storage because I'm such a market hoarder. So let me show you what I have now, and then I'll show you what I bought to kind of help. So this is where, like, I currently store everything in bins, and they're clear. And I used to label all of these bins, but I found that the labels actually got in the way. So I've since peeled them off of all of them except for just a couple, just because, I don't know, I ran out of time or forgot. But I like that these are clear. It's better when you take the labels off, because now I can just see inside at a glance what is in there. I ditch all original wrapping because I like to, again, store my art supplies. Like in life, things go together. So I have like all my colored pencils, all of my everything, all of my Pitt pens are in here, all of my Tombos are in here, all my fine liners are in here, everything black. So it keeps things flexible and accessible. And then I keep all of my, so again, this is actually brand new. I've never sorted my paper before, but these are all my art portfolios. These are all filled with, I do just hundreds of lessons, and I use them all for teaching. So I keep all of them. This helps me keep organized. Here are all of my altered books that I've made. Here are all art journals, leather bound, of different variety. Here is dry media paper. Here is toned paper. Here are art journals that are underway. Here are watercolor papers. Here are art books and my favorite Bristol that I love working on. And then I have companies that love to either send me art supplies or art supplies I buy myself that I want to try. And so anytime you see things that are still in the original packaging, these are all things I want to do videos on and to try out. Some of these I've had for days. Some of these supplies I've had for months, and some of these supplies, no joke, I've had for years. I have like a backlog of supplies that need reviewing and testing. It's unbelievable. And then these are kind of, I just reorged these shelves, like just. So I'm gonna finish, like for example, I keep my paper cutters. My husband's like, do you really need 2 paper cutters? I'm like, yes, I do. He's like, you're a crazy person, but one is big and one is small. So I'm gonna be finishing up reorging these today. I actually keep all my Daniel Smith watercolors. I keep in this antique sewing box. They're all organized by color. So that's really fun. It really does like the most perfect job ever. I'm gonna be sorting my table. Those are the acoustic panels you saw me referencing earlier. Here are all my, these are all my fountain pen inks. This setup makes my husband extraordinarily uncomfortable because he says it's only a matter of time before I knock the whole thing over. And he's not wrong. I love this little thing. I keep like my most frequently used like fine liners, pencils in here, blending stumps, things I need to just grab on the go, like my templates and triangle are in here, baby wipes, even that could use a little fleshing out. And then in here is all of my, these are all my mediums and gessos, my wet and adhesives all go in here. But again, see from here, it's still like a hot mess. And then this is the marker storage that I'm gonna be experimenting with today. I've actually bought 2 of these. I might even need a 3rd. So these are for all my alcohol markers, which I do so much with. So I'm gonna see how that works. I also keep additional watercolors in this sort of tower. And then this is my mixed media wall, which I just love. I just love so much. So these are my favorite mixed media projects I've ever done. And then here's another wall of acoustic panels, my little fun cat. And then again, here is like some additional storage. So I have all of these things I need to put away and things to sort and carpets to roll out. So I'm just gonna put this on time lapse. If you wanna watch, if you're interested to see where things kind of end up, I will do another kind of walkthrough when I am done and it's all sorted. La, 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 la. Tonight I'm gonna feel alive, and no one won't be acting nice. So baby, go and start a fight. I'm in love with the city lights. Look, I'm enough of a big star. I got my girls and I got my cars. Come on here, baby, be a buzz. Do whatever you want. Unlock your shop. We're about to pop. Whatever I do, not up to you. We're gonna shut it up. La la la. Let's stop, won't stop. Unlock your shop. Whatever you do, not up to you. We're gonna shut it up. Today I found out what I want. It's everything I've never had. It's been a lifetime feeling sad, feeling sorry for the things that might make you mad. But I'm back, who's back? Bitch, you ain't even sorry. All you do is make people around you damn worried. I know it might sound just a little bit corny. Now I know where I stand. Don't even have a plan. Unlock your shop. All right, well, I can say with certainty that this is definitely the most organized I have ever been, probably since I moved in 2013. So the only thing I have left to do is trim the carpet, but I need Sean's help to like make sure it's on exactly right, and then I will trim that with scissors. And then, yeah, this is, I think, the cleanest my table has ever been, and there's still stuff on it. But it's ready to go. Just made these holiday cards. Yay! But look at the markers. So this is these are my non-Copics and my, a few different skin tone sets, which I still have to test, but I love that they're like already put away. So I can still do product reviews, but they're already here, like sorted, ready to go. I have two like no-name brands. And it looks like they have really good selection. That's these ones and these ones. So I'm excited for that. That'll be on my drawing channel. I do all those marker reviews on my drawing channel. And then if we look over here, look at how gorgeous my markers are. So that is all my Copics and all of my Ohuhu skin tones. It's like, was made for that. And I don't need the third one, which is good because those are really expensive. They're like stupid expensive. So, right, Maggie? And then these are all the art supplies I am giving away this holiday season. I want to make sure when I give things away, I like them to be new and not all used up. So these are some new markers I have. My best friend in my neighborhood actually started a charity. It didn't start off as a nonprofit, but it's grown so much, called Bella Angels in my neighborhood, and she collects presents and gives enormous Christmases to 75 families that are in need each year. So every year I scoop up my unused art supplies and donate them to the local teenagers, in addition to some of the monetary donations, etc., etc. But yeah, so that's what that is for. But everything else is all orged, and I wanted to share that with you since this is sort of the after. But yeah, it's so crazy having everything in its place. And normally everything is 2 or 3 high up there, and I only have 1 or 2, so there's even room for more. I just feel great about it. So I hope you enjoy this little behind the scenes sneak peek into my art studio. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll see you again soon for another awesome vid. If I can turn my camera off, that would be great.